Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Academy Award winner Estelle Parsons and two-time Tony Award winner Stephen Spinella are returning to Broadway in Eric Kobel's new play, The Velocity of Autumn. Under the direction of Molly Smith, it will open on April 21st at the Booth Theater, and I caught up with the company here at Sardi's. Talk about your stellar cast.
Well, I couldn't ask for better. What I love about it is that there's this real, it's not just chemistry, which everyone talks about, but there is a kind of magic that's going on in that these two actors are fierce, right? And they're smart, and they dig, and they want to hit the truth. They want to get to what is the core truth of every single line. So they just push the play, they push me as a playwright, and to really get at the heart of every single moment. And then within that, you need to have somebody like Molly Smith who can hold the whole vision in mind and can really shape that, because otherwise you just got fireworks going off everywhere. And then for her to manage to contain that, to shape it so an audience can appreciate the beauty of that for 80 minutes of these it was astonishing to be in the rehearsal hall every day. Yeah, and then watching it with an audience of hundreds of people experiencing it every night, it's just astonishing.
So welcome to Broadway with this play. How excited are you guys?
Very, very excited. It is really something, to be here and talking about the play with the marquee just down Schubert Alley at the Booth Theater. It's quite a moment.
Fan for you.
It's thrilling to help two very talented individuals, Molly Smith and Eric Kobel, make their Broadway debut, and to bring this really compelling and intriguing play that really hasn't been presented as far as the subject matter before on Broadway. So we feel blessed to have the opportunity to bring something this intriguing, humorous, and compelling to Broadway with such an amazing cast that we're so fortunate to have.
So when you first read the play, talk about Eric's writing, what attracted you to his writing.
Yeah. What I love about Eric Kobel's writing is that he has an ability to take a very, very difficult subject, which is what happens as mom grows older? What happens as dad grows older? If we were 50 years ago, we would not be having this conversation. It'd be clear. Mom or dad would be home. And so when I read the play, I thought, oh my God, this is happening in my own family. My mother's 92 years old. She's still living alone, but at a certain point, who knows? And we have those conversations. And here, Eric had really caught the zeitgeist of the moment. And I'm very interested in that always in choosing plays and projects, is it has to be of the moment or I'm not interested in it. And so he found a way to be able to develop it through these two really wildly different characters, even though they're mother and son. Talk about putting people into a radical situation with a mother who's ready to blow up the apartment with her homemade Molotov cocktails if the kids put her in a nursing home, right? So it's both funny, outrageous, and dramatic at the same time. And what I love about it is these two characters have their backs against the wall and they fight their way back to each other. So it's not just humor, it's laugh out loud, right? We laugh and laugh and laugh, and then we cry because we get released. Because all of our stories are stories that we take into the theater with us, and the play gets created between the actors and the audience. So it ends up being an even bigger play than just two people.
So when you first read the play, what attracted you to Eric's writing?
He does a combination of a flat, sort of all-American kind of syntax and music to the language, but then he's also able to. I have a couple of speeches that are just incredibly beautiful and poetic, while not falling out of that, and it's a wonderful, trick or something that he does. And so you get this thing that feels, very contemporary, very American right now, and very real. And yet you get these beautiful couple of, Estelle has a few too, beautiful heightened kind of poetic speeches that don't feel like they take you out of the play at all. And so there's a really it's a beautiful sensibility to the writing, and and it's a family thing, and I like family. I like family dramas, and it's Estelle, and I get to play with Estelle every night, and it's just really, part of the reason you want to act, or part of the reason I like acting, is that I get to talk to somebody, in front of a whole bunch of people about something that's not really my life, but somebody I get to pretend to be another person, and the best way to do that is with another actor who gives you everything, who gives you back everything that you give them and more, and that you can trust. You know where they'll go, and you know that they'll surprise you, and you'll know that they'll keep it interesting. And she's amazing. She's absolutely amazing.
What I love about his play is, it's about a subject matter we're all going through. My parents are older, but he does it in such a light sort of way, but then there's those touching moments at the same time. He sort of combines both those
Heavy
things.
as it is light, it's not an easy thing to do. Stephen and I were saying, oh, we'll have some fun doing this. But it turned out to be just as hard for Stephen as it is for me, because of course he must think of his relationship with his real mother as I think of my relationship with my real son. So it gets in a lot of areas we'd just as soon not be in, and that's okay, because as I said, it is theatrical. So, but it takes a lot out of both of us.
Talk about working with Stephen, the two of you together.
He's wonderful. He's a very powerful actor, very deep, and very committed to the play and how he can express the play, which of course is what I'm interested too. I'm not meaning to say other actors are not interested in that, but I think both Stephen and I are interested in that in a way that's really wonderful, because everybody has different ideas of what they want to accomplish as actors in showbiz. And I think he and I pretty much are looking for the same thing. We're not looking to get to Hollywood. Like a lot of people I've worked with, we're not looking to get to Hollywood. We're just so happy to be in New York, entertaining real life people for ourselves, the two of us. So it's a wonderful relationship. We're not even friends, mind you, but it's a wonderful relationship to have.
And you're getting ready to play The Booth, one of my all-time favorite theaters.
Yes, The Booth. That's every actor's dream, to play The Booth. So very, very excited about that. Yeah.